magician, the lover in you. Every single day, we are called to walk in our purpose. Answer the call. Lay down your burden and anything that holds you back and take your rightful place. The battle is everywhere. It's right in your face. Let's go.
Welcome to Magnets, Crystals. Welcome to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. Success is your destiny. Love. Welcome to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. Success is your destiny. Love, wisdom, power. Remember always who you are. Yes, yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Yes, yes, I am. Love, yes, power. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Love, wisdom, power. Yes, yes, I am. Wisdom, power. Master. Yes, I am. Yes, love, wisdom, power. Yes, I am. Say to yourself. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Master. I am. Yes.
Greetings, family. We had another program of Ascended Knowledge today. I want to start off with a prayer that Saint Germain gave us, that he said we should say to our God self every day, at least once a day. So let me start this off with that. Great Masterful Presence, which I am. I love, I adore thee. I give back unto thee the fullness of all creative power, all love, all wisdom, and through this power which thou art, I give thee full power to make visible in my hands and use the fulfillment of my every desire. I no longer claim any power as my own, for I now claim thee, the only all-conquering presence in my home, my life, my world, and my experience. I acknowledge the full supremacy and command of all things, and as my consciousness is fixed upon an achievement, your invincible presence and intelligence take command and brings the fulfillment into my experience quickly, even with the speed of thought. I know thou art ruler over time, place, and space. Therefore, thou requires only now to bring invisible activity thy every perfection. I stand absolute firm in the full acceptance of this now and forever, and I shall not allow my mind to waver from it, for at last I know we are one. Beloved, mighty and presence, guide me to make intelligent decisions. Fill me with motivation and consistent action to make my dreams come true and accumulate the necessary finances to accomplish my dreams and goals. Almighty I am. Almighty I am. Almighty I am. I have been doing a lot of study this, I guess, so many years. And I thought today, let me bring out some of the things, because when I hear something, or rather I come across something as I'm reading through some of these fantastic books. And I think I have in my possession, at least from what the Ascended Masters have said, the most powerful books in the world. What they have said is the most powerful books in the world. From my experience, for spiritual knowledge, the most powerful books for spiritual knowledge, right? Before these books came out in 1933, Saint Germain said the Mahabharata was the most powerful spiritual books, most powerful knowledge on planet Earth. But since then, these I am discourses, he has said, is the most powerful spiritual knowledge. Now, there are other books, like Swami Muktananda wrote, the play of consciousness. Play of consciousness. So we're playing now, but this game is another game. It's something else. And what this game is God conscious beings decided we are just going to play. And one of the games we're playing here on earth is let's give up our ascension. Let's give up our godlike abilities and become a rock, become water, become air, become fire, become an atom, and become a human being, and define ourselves back to that God conscious state. Because I want to tell you, all the energy that you are is still that God conscious state, covered over by yourself, which is God. So I want to read some things of a person, everyone listening, myself included, of what you would say the first thing in the morning before you get out of the bed. Some decrees. And then I want to say the 7 sacred flame prayers. This is going to take 14 minutes. I want y'all to bear with me. The first decrees that we say in the morning, it only takes like a minute and a half. But remember this play of consciousness, which Swami Muktananda speaks about in great detail, of how once you get to a certain state, everybody experiences these things. This is in a very high state when you're going to become the God person, when you're going to meet the blue person, which of course still is yourself, your higher self that you kind of like broke away from. You never can really break away, but you kind of broke away. You know, you decide, I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to become a human being, which will do whatever they want. A human being's stock in trade is selfishness. This can be very dangerous in the play of consciousness. But let's hear some decrees that we say. It only takes a minute, like a minute and a half to a minute and 45 seconds. I wonder if I should time it now so I can see how long it'll take us doing it right here. I'm going to give that a break. All right. First thing in the morning, before I let the feet hit the bed, hit the ground, say this. First thing in the morning. Beloved mighty, I am present. I demand a miracle love from the great central sun come in through and around me and qualify all the energy that goes forth through my decrees, chants, mantras, and meditation with its own sacred fire forever. Decree number 1. Beloved mighty, I am present. Such freedom, health, prosperity, harmonious action, and ascension shall come forth for America and the world as have never before been experienced on earth. The Ascended Master said, this is the most powerful decree of them all. Blew my mind, but this, what I'm about to say now, is the most powerful decree of them all, according to what the Ascended Masters have told us. I am the conquering presence. I command this I am presence to perfectly govern my mind, home, affairs, and world. I am the resurrection and the life of every cell of my body, perfectly manifest, expressed, illumined, and eternally sustained in Ascended Master victory. I am the quickening of the cells in this my brain structure, according to expand and receive the intelligent direction of the mighty inner presence. Now I added this on to it, giving me total recall of mind, godlike mental abilities, and absolute physical perfection. Here's another one for your finances. I am the resurrection and the life of my limitless supply of every good thing, including riches and money, right now and forever. I'm the present, filling my world with perfection this day. I qualify everything in my world with perfection because I am perfection. I qualify this mind and body with absolute perfection and refuse acceptance of anything else. Imagine saying this every day. I am the miracle, and I am the presence compelling its manifestation through divine love, wisdom, and power. Here's one that's going to get you someplace, y'all. This is going to get you someplace. Beloved Saint Germain and mighty God Tabor, make me pure enough with valley consuming flame, purifying power to be worthy to enter the retreat in the Rockies, over which beloved God Tabor is authority. If you can make it into this retreat, you will come out to Christ. Baba, my beloved mighty I am presence, and the 7 mighty Elohim, make me the victor of your own heart flame in everything I do and prevent all else forever. Here's a decree for gratitude. Baba, my beloved mighty I am presence, I thank you for all that you give me, grace throughout my life, my family, my friends, my living environment, a healthy mind and body, a strong memory of total recall of mind, divine character and personality, celibacy, harmony, full realization, money, wealth, and fulfilling my desire to serve God and to earn money I need to fulfill the divine plan. Thank you, Baba, Bhagawan Nityananda, Guru Machi Vlasananda, Mother Amachi, beloved Saint Germain, Lord Jesus Christ, and the great Sanat Kumar, and the entire company of heaven. I give thanks, I give thanks, I give thanks. I was going through my books, and I saw some things that pertains to this particular time that we're in right now. I read something that said in 2001, great light will start manifesting on the earth. I don't know if we shifted into another time zone, because things are, this is 2024, and things seem like they're crack-a-lacking. You know, it's like really scary times. But sometimes scary times come before heavenly times. I don't know. But that's what they're saying. Just what the masses are saying. I tend to like go with what they're saying as opposed to anything else. But I was going through my books, and so I want to say this today, so everybody who's listening will know and understand. A few people signed up to do the prayers, decrees, chanting, and meditation with me. This program now is an early morning program to start your day. To start your day out with divine energy, divine output, prayers, decrees, and it is super duper powerful. I was gonna wait till I got everything all hooked up. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give it just not this Sunday, next Sunday. Everybody who wants to join and do this, contact me with your name, your phone number, and your email. I'm gonna send you the decrees, the chants, and I'll show you Siddha, Kundalini, Maha meditation. And we'll learn some other meditations as we go along. But we're going to start getting down with the get down. It's not going to be, Wednesdays alone. We're going to be in the morning. We're going to be crack-a-lacking. We're going to be hitting this hard. And trust me, y'all, you will be recognized by the gods themselves, because it'll be like they're waking up. That's what it's going to be like. Now, I was looking through my books. There's a book here that's really worth getting. It is, oh boy, every one of these books are worth getting, but it is called Secret of the Andes. This book came out quite some time ago. I think in 1956. What's the copyright? 1956, if I'm not mistaken. First impressions, it say here, is 1961 is when it came out. But there are conclaves with the ascended masters, which Jesus is one, and there are many, and there are beings that are above them. Blew my mind when Saint Germain said beings that I can't even, pick up the dust from. I mean, like they're way higher than him, like the Kumars, which is Jesus and Saint Germain's teacher or guru, and they're dropping it like it's hot in this. I mean, they ain't lying. They're telling humanity, look, y'all got to start getting down. Y'all got to start not being lukewarm Christians or Muslims or Hindus or Buddhists, whatever it is that you are. You got to start getting down. You got to understand that there are consequences for everything that we do. And we're going to start getting to these prayers in a minute. But you got to get busy. You got to start saving yourself. Here's the deal. On this solar system and these 38, 36 planets that are here in this solar system, this is the only school for God consciousness. The flip side of that is this is the most wicked planet in the whole universe. Not galaxy, not solar system, universe. And it's the smallest of all the universes too. Even that, there is still 500 trillion galaxies in this universe alone. And for this place to be the most wicked of all, and it's a beautiful planet, as you can see, it says a lot. For you to come here to learn, well, this is the serious place to learn, because everything is against you to turn to God. So imagine if you make it here, who you are. Here's the other piece with that. How difficult is it to say decrees like I just did, or say a prayer, or meditate? How difficult is it to sit down and, you know, meditate? Or say the mantra, Anala, Anala, or say another mantra, the Sanskrit mantra from India, Om Namah Shivaya, which means I bow to God within, or Hari Om, which means I am Hari, I am Hari, I am Hari. I am the Supreme Lord. The force that I'm calling myself, which is the Father, is me. It's like I watch a stream of water. There's no part of that water that is different from the other part. Parts of it, like let's take the Ganges for example. When you go way up north, that water is so pristine. You see I call them goldfish in there. They have another name. I don't remember what it is now. When you get down to the south, where all the humans are, that water looks like the Hudson River. It is green, but it is dirty, and you can see the dirt in it. But it's still the Ganges. It's still one river. This is our relationship with God. When that tornado of energy that comes into our head, like right here, just, and some people like a pinpoint, but when I saw it, which was the grace of God, it was like a tornado coming directly into my head, a force of energy that is God coming directly into my head, which is what I'm living off of. It's me, right? This force coming directly from God is the energy that we're using to breathe, to live, to be. All right. Once it passes here, you are that God. Once it passes this spot on the top of your head and comes into you, you are that God. And you qualify that energy with what you think and do. Now, in this play of consciousness, you can play I'm going to be a bad man, a good man, a sleep man or woman. I'm going to be a God. It is up to you because this is a free will zone. And remember, never forget this part. This is a play. This is the play of consciousness. And it's some serious business. It is very serious. Let me tell you how serious this is. And I'm guilty of this. You know, I felt like many people, I was offended, right? I felt offended by my daughters who I raised in a pristine way. I raised them on such a level that the very people that come take your children away told me half their office want to be my child, right? And they just doing this, I'm not going to call it childish, ingratitude, level of ingratitude for all that I was giving them. And I was feeling like, um, damn, imagine if I took that same time and put it to myself with what my life would be like, especially being that I lived in ashrams that was so good. In my mind, I was like, if this place is this good, how much better could heaven possibly be? I'm living with God, men and women. I'm living a glorious life where I seem like I'm making progress on a daily basis. But I took that time out to be with them, and I wasn't being forgiven. I was thinking negative and so forth and so on. Just this week, I saw a podcast on YouTube where this girl did not forgive her father, and she said that she went to hell for three things. What she got when she went there, and she was able to stay there for 15 days. God gave her the grace to stay in hell where demons tormented her all day long for 15 days. She said, what I learned from being in hell, and this was a great podcast. Maybe next week I'll give you guys the channel for that, or if you contact me, I'll tell you we can check it out. And it's probably worth seeing at least once a week because it really woke me up because I wasn't being forgiven. Okay, I was like, I don't even want to say it, but it's the B word. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, this, that, and the other. Beep, bop, boom. She said I was there before, cause fornicating, for lying, and not forgiving my father. That's what she said. So lying, fornicating, and unforgiveness. She went to a hell for that. And it kind of showed, images of this. And I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? I know better. And I would ask everyone listening, are you not forgiving someone? Are you not forgiving someone in your life? I don't know, many of y'all are already high in a really great state. Many of you, I got a son, that's just how he lives. He's just a wonderful being. And was like that since he was born. So many of y'all are there, but us who are not, you know, um, lying, we know that that's not going to work. fornicating. I know that sounds biblical, but I read scriptures, all of them, as many as I can get. And that means different books. That doesn't mean verses from the Bible. That means Mahabharata, Ramayana, Srimad Bhagavatam, Popol Vuh, whatever I get my hands on, right? Are we being unforgiving? Are we being hurtful? Are we doing things that don't make us feel good after we do them? And we know we was wrong. Well, there's places that correct you from those type of feelings. And it's called hell. See, here's something that's a benefit to me, because I was also given that gift. I hope there's a heaven, and I believe it exists. I know there's a hell. And I can tell anyone listening to me, you do not want to go there. You don't even want to smell it. Just being able to smell that hellish region should be enough to turn you. And even if you go, does not mean and get the boon to come back to this realm. It don't mean that you're going to change. You can be that deep in your own wickedness. Yeah, this is a deep game, y'all. It's deep. What I want to do now is I want to say the 7 sacred prayers. This is just going to be part of what we're going to be doing on a daily basis. I have a pretty much huge course in the School of Higher Consciousness. But what we're going to do, I want to let y'all know now, we're going to start a study group. As part of this, the study group is going to be on Sundays. And we're going to read 1 chapter a day from these books, the I Am Discourses. And they're powerful. We got the angels helping Saint Germain in this. We got the ascended masters. We got cosmic beings. We got, initially, only Saint Germain was saying, I want to give it a chance. I want to give Earth a chance, because the wickedness was going on here on such a level that they were just going to destroy the planet. In fact, it was called for, let's destroy this place. We can't have this level of wickedness. I mean, it's the most wicked place out of trillions of galaxies. So who knows how many, what number it is as far as other planets. We got to get rid of this place. It's just polluting the rest of the whole universe. And Saint Germain stepped up and said, can I try? He said, I got a devotee that just took birth. Can I try to change them? And he was doing great work, magnificent work, unbelievable work. And he got his 3 disciples, and they went around the world teaching this knowledge. And there's many of these ascended master books, I call it I Am Discourses. The first 2 are by one of his disciples, Godfrey Ray King, and that would be I got it right here. The Magic Presence. Oh no, Unveiled Mysteries. Unveiled Mysteries. I got it right here. Man, I wore this book out. That's why I got it all plastic, covered in plastic. This is volume 4, Saint Germain. This is volume 2. I just like to show it to you because I'm going to be picking some pieces out of there today for us to just to read before you, so that you can hear the magnitude. Unveiled Mysteries. That's volume 1. I highly recommend y'all to get it. This is what we're going to be studying in the group. And this is volume 2, The Magic Presence. In volume 3, Saint Germain recommends that we read a chapter out of this every day. The I Am Discourses. The rest of these it's 20 volumes. The rest of it goes up to volume 20. And I just gotta say, if there's knowledge greater than this on planet Earth, I'd really like to, have the masters give it to me, grace me with it. But so far, this is the most powerful stuff I've read. And I'm a bibliophile. I was just telling somebody today in the City College study group that we had in New York City. I asked one of the guys in the group, I said, this is a history study group, right? History study group. How is it they know everything? How is they know math, physics, just everything? And the brother said to me, how many books do you read a week? And I said, I might read 1 or 2 books, a week, or every 2 weeks. And he says, they read a book a day. So I started stepping up my game. I would read sometimes a book a day, but on the average, I read about 1,200 pages a week, right? Because I had to go to work, I had children I had to raise, and so it was like that. But I got in about 1,200 pages a week. And I think we need to step up our game like that. I really do, because it can be done. And what is that time going into? I mean, I took a speed reading talk, a photo reading course, right? Speed reading course and photo reading course. When you look at the book and photo reading, it's almost like you kind of like just focus your eyes on the page, and in the middle, it's everything right there, and you just slide through it. Nonetheless, this is a conversation we'd have for another time as far as speeding up your ability to read. But this is the time now, and we can see what's about to jump off. Russia and China and the BRIC and all that. We should be able to see what's about to jump off. But I was reading something that blew my mind. I mean, I knew about it before, but I just thought we could do that now. They were talking in, this is another book. They were having this conversation in this book here, The Masters and Their Retreats. Let me see that. The Masters and Their Retreats by Elizabeth Clare Prophet. This is another very, very, very powerful book and filled with great, great information. And it was Godfrey Ray King, if I'm not mistaken, and they were coming into Chicago, and there was a great, great storm coming. And to make a long story short, what they did was they said, "Look, we can stop this thing." I mean, it was already happening; it was coming toward them. So they got together, and I think it was only 12 of them, and they got together and started doing decrees, prayers, and decrees. And they stopped that storm. And I mean, this was going to be a tear down the city type like storm. And they stopped it. Right about now, we're in that perilous time for the whole planet. There is earthquakes and tidal waves and all kind of catastrophic stuff happening. And it's mostly because of harm. I saw the interview where Biden said, my administration is going to do everything in our power to increase the the natural catastrophes in America and the world. I heard it out of his own mouth. I saw it, right? And we know this. We know that this is happening. We know what they're doing. We know what does Kamala say every time she talks? We got to eliminate the population. So, and they're all saying the same thing, except Trump is not saying it. But everybody else that gets up there and speaks is saying, we're going to eliminate the population. So that means they're planning to kill us. And we see that with our food, our water, and air. All right, boom. But can we stop this? Is it possible? Let's say we got 1 million people to, I'm sorry. I was supposed to say unalive us, right? They took our freedom of speech away on YouTube. So unalive us, right? Excuse me. And could we stop it? If 1 million people got down, I mean, I got the decrees and I got the prayers. Imagine if we did it every day and we got 1 million people to join us to say, God, give us another chance. Allow us to do right. Allow us to correct ourselves. Allow us to be on the path. And we may not be able to go into these powerful ashrams. We may not even go into these even way more powerful retreats where you don't come out unless you're ascended, right? Imagine if 1 million of us did it out of the billions of people that's here. Right now, from what the ascended masters say, 98 or 97.5% of the people on earth right now are destined for hell. 2.5% will go to a higher realm. And what we need to remember here is we asked to come to this most wicked planet because here is the easiest place in the shortest amount of time to attain God realization. In other words, to reunite back with the Trinity that we are part of. All right. I want to start saying these 12 prayers. I'm sorry, these prayers that will take 12 minutes. And I want y'all to just hear them with me. Soon we might be able to put them up on the screen where you'll be able to see it, but that takes a lot of time to type this. Uncle Hank told me, and I just want to say them so you can hear them. These are the 7 sacred flames, all right? And these are the prayers of the 7 sacred flames. And then a couple of other prayers, for our benefit and the benefit of the world. I just read the prayer that Saint Germain said that we should say every day, right? And it takes about another minute and a half to say that prayer. We're not talking about giving up a whole lot of time. And I just time everything. It's just my way. I time everything. And so these prayers take about 12 minutes. So y'all pray along with me if you can. If not, just listen. And if you want these, just name, phone number, and email, and I'll send them to you. I just send them to you. Prayer of surrender to the first ray, the royal blue flame of the will of God. Beloved Father, Mother God, into thy hands I commend my being. Use my love, my thoughts, and my life in selfless service to thee. Release from me all that hinders the fulfillment of my holy purpose and ascension. Teach me to be kind in the ways of the brotherhood of light. Direct and establish my life stream in ways that daily and hourly my true identity, God, manifests. Beloved God present, I am. Eternal Father, Mother God, may the covenant I made with thee be totally fulfilled. May I live my life to feel your love and see your light. May your will manifest on earth as it is in heaven. Into thy hands I surrender my being, that through me God be glorified in all things. And so be it, beloved, I am. That's the first prayer of the first ray. The second prayer of invocation to the second ray, the golden yellow flame of illumination. Illumination flame from the heart of God. Expand thy light through me always. Golden flame from the heart of God. Fill my heart with thy wisdom ray. Illumination flame from the heart of God. Expand God's mind through all my thoughts. Golden flame from the heart of God. Illumine the earth with thy golden light. Golden flame from the heart of God. To thy love and light I bow. To thy love and light I bow. To thy love and light I bow. Prayer and invocation to the third rays, the golden rose pink flame of cosmic love. Beloved great presence I am, thou life that beats my heart. Blaze now thy radiant love rays. Let me be an anchor of love for all. Flood me with thy glory and let my heart be always with you. Beloved God presence I am. I evoke thy great radiance. Infuse my mind and heart with thy love. Expand and raise my consciousness to the ascended master octave of life. Merge with me more and more each day with all your love, until I become thyself in manifestation. I am adoring thee. I am adoring thee. I am adoring thee. In deep gratitude offer my love to thee. In deep gratitude offer my love to thee. Love me, love me, love me. Love me, love me, love me. Beloved I am. Beloved I am. Beloved I am. The fourth ray. Prayer and invocation of the fourth ray, the dazzling white light of ascension flame. From the Lord God of my being, I am that I am. I decree I have love for my journey into my ascension. I have compassion for all physical and emotional pain I still need to heal. I give thanks that I am now healing the past and resurrecting the new. As a master of divine expression walking the earth, I now turn on the light of my divinity. I now activate and transform my DNA to its fifth dimensional potential. I now choose to completely heal and rejuvenate my physical body. I choose to remain happy, harmonious, and grateful. I claim the mastery that is mine to manifest my freedom. I allow my divinity to manifest in the most wondrous way. I give thanks that it is done according to God's holy will. I call for shafts of ascension light to blaze through me daily and hourly. And so be it, beloved, I am. And so be it, beloved, I am. And so be it, beloved, I am. Prayer and invocation to the fifth ray, emerald green flame of healing and prosperity. I am a master of divine expression. I now release all separation and limitations that no longer serve my path of life. I release all vows of poverty and limitations that I ever made in this and past incarnations. I release all imprints, implants, negative thought forms, black magic spells and curses, negative patterns of the human ego, illness and disease patterns, and all energies that no longer serve my path of life. By the intervention of divine grace with my full intent, I choose to release all energies of separation, limitation, and all blockage back to the universe. I ask for these energies to be purified and transformed into the highest forms of light. I evoke the assistance of the angelic realm, Master Hilarion, Mother Mary, Archangel Raphael, my monad, and all the ascended masters to release from my being the world all levels of energies that are less than my divine blueprint of perfection and my eternal victory in the light through my ascension. And so be it, beloved I am. The sixth ray, prayer and invocation to the sixth ray, golden orange flame of the resurrection and the life. I am the resurrecting life of my perfect health. I am the resurrecting life of my finances. I am the resurrecting life of my gift of my divinity. I am the resurrecting life of my eternal youth and beauty. I am the resurrecting life of my perfect work. I am the resurrecting life of my heart flame. I am the resurrecting life of my perfect vision. I am the resurrecting life of my perfect relationships. I am the resurrecting life of my perfect living quarters. My what I do in the morning, what we'll be doing in the morning, and when we start getting down with the get down, right? It's much longer than that. We resurrecting in the light of a lot more. All right. The seventh ray, prayer and invocation to the seventh ray, the royal violet flame of transmutation. Of all the rays, this is the most powerful. This ray alone can transform the whole planet if enough of us do it. Because as we said, we send out these oceans and oceans and oceans of love that's just coming out our bodies. If we got 1 million people that gets down with this concept of let's save the earth, let's serve the earth with the tools that the ascended masters have given us, we're gonna be crack-a-lacking, y'all. We're gonna be crushing the game. We're gonna be taking it to the gi. We're gonna be the gods will know us. They'll be like, look, they're doing the work. They're waking up. Let's help them. That's how it's gonna go. That's how it's gonna go. And I want to say this again because I'm declaring that this is what we're looking for. We're looking for 1 million people to say these decrees, to save, to purify the earth. In the same way that you can sit back here. I don't want to, we're still on these prayers, y'all. I don't want to go off into a tangent, but I want to make this really clear. We are looking for 1 million people to join us with saying prayers and decrees to change the atmosphere of the earth. All day long, we as these great powers, and I'm telling you, what's coming into our head is a tornado of energy from God. It's not a little bit of light. It ain't that. It is a tornado, and it is whirling around just like you would see a tornado coming directly into our head. This is the power that we yield at any given moment. But what is the type of energy that we really putting out? Passive thinking about baseball or basketball or football or soccer games or just plain hatred. You know, that's this MF did this to me and that dirty dog, or your own children that you won't forgive, or mommy that you won't forgive, or daddy that you won't forgive. These are the thoughts. These have become our passive thinking. And what we're doing is we're requalifying this pure energy of God, this royal blue uh, tornado of God-like energy coming to us that makes us literally the power of God. All right? This is what I'm talking about. And we requalify it with hate, with unforgiveness, with lies. All right? With so much negativity. And it goes out into the universe. It goes out into our planet. And let me tell you what it does. It cripples the elemental forces that hold back the waters that come to our beaches. You'll think that it stays like that just because that's the way it is, a phenomenon. It ain't. It cripples the elemental forces that's stopping the earthquakes and holding the earth together. We're not the only creatures on this planet. We're not. I want to show, I have pictures of this, and maybe if I can get my wife to get my other book. It's called The Secret Teachers of All Ages by Manly Palmer Hall. And I'll show you these elemental forces that work in the air, the water, the earth. They're working with us. And as we say decrees for them, and I have these decrees, they will flock to us because it benefits them, and they will work for us. They will work for us. They will work purify the water, purify the air, purify the land. And they would gladly do it. They are literally emissaries for us to use with our thoughts and our feelings and our commands, right? So we got way more power than we have ever imagined. Imagine if you had the power of a tornado, and this tornado, what it does, it just goes around the earth and just sweeps all the negativity off the earth. The way these tornadoes are acting right now is they're destroying the earth because of our thoughts and feelings. That's what sets them off. That's what sets these things off. That's what sets the earthquakes off. That's what sets these fires off in the air. The elementals can't control it anymore because they're overwhelmed with our negative thoughts of hatred, unforgiveness, lying, just an orgy of negative thoughts. But we can change that today. We can change that today. We can start today. I'm giving this not this Sunday, but next Sunday, because there's a few things I need to just put together. We're going to start in a group, and we're going to call for more people. We want 1 million people to indulge with us and saying these prayers and decrees so that this tornado of energy that's in our heads are now empowered with this tornado energy to go out into the world to purify it with our thoughts, words, and deeds. Let me continue. Prayer and invocation to the 7th royal violet flame of transmutation. In the name of the I am that I am, I now call forth the action of the violet transmuting flame to be activated within my entire consciousness, being, and world. Violet fire from the heart of God. Violet fire from the heart of God. Violet fire from the heart of God. Expand our light through me each day. Expand our light through me each day. Expand our light through me each day. Transmute and heal my human imperfections into the shining diamond of God's heart and Christ's perfection. As I surrender to that radiant light, take dominion over my life. Blaze in the action of mercy flame of the compassionate heart. Expand and saturate within me the wonders of the violet light until I am totally transformed. Beloved, I am present. Send the violet flame to purify every cell, atom, and electron of my being until I am raised into my eternal victory by the action of the violet fire and the ascension flame. And so be it, beloved, I am. And so be it, beloved, I am. And so be it, beloved, I am. Now I got a few other prayers here, just a few. And I want you all to just understand, what are these words saying? And these are prayers. These are not decrees. The difference between decrees and prayers is the difference between literally what the Saint Germain said, night and day. The prayers, you're asking God to do this work for you and the world and like that. But decrees, you're using that tornado of energy coming through you, into you, to decree it onto the earth through the power of the spoken word, which you have. In other words, you're acting as the God force because it's coming directly into you, and you're qualifying that energy with what it really truly is. And the cosmic beings, the gods, the goddesses, your own beloved mighty I am presence takes that energy that you use coming out of your mouth and amplifies it just to go right out into the world. Bam. And then that energy, like all other thoughts and feelings and actions, will come back to you. But it's going to go out to so many people, and it's going to do things you wouldn't if I started telling you, you just wouldn't believe it. It's going to affect people in the way that you spoke it. Do not think for 1 minute that your words are not so powerful that they will affect everything that it goes out into the universe. It goes out into the world. It will do exactly what you're saying. You're asking for, you're decreeing or declaring it to be. It will do exactly that. You can say a few words, and all of us know this, that can change. You can be talking to your friends, your family, this and that. You could say some words, and that would destroy your relationship with your friends. And we all know this. We got full faith in our negativity. But most of the time, we don't have full faith in our positivity. We don't have full faith in that. Well, maybe it might work, this and that. That's not how it works. It is a science, and it works according to the power of the spoken word, however you put it out there. I could say some things right now that nobody will come and listen to this podcast ever again. And then probably people will say, you dirty dog, that dude, that N-word, that, this, that, and the other. Yeah, the power of the spoken word. And we got full faith in how that's going to work. Why don't we have full faith in the decrees, the godlike words? Why? Why? Let's get down with the get down, y'all. All right. A prayer to request a miracle. In the name of the light of God that never fails, I accept the healing miracle in my life this day. I claim a miracle in every level of my being. I claim a miracle of love for my full resurrection. Beloved Father, Mother, God, blaze forth your miracle of light now. Infuse your miracle of light on earth now. I call for an ascended master healing miracle in my heart, in my chakras, and in my DNA. Blaze forth the miracle light of the seven rays. Blaze forth the miracle light of the Holy Spirit. Wherever in my being where healing is needed, I declare I am a miracle of God this day. I am a miracle in action made manifest. I'm a blazing miracle light from the great central sun, resurrecting me back to my true identity in God. Blaze the miracle of light through. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Flood the earth with violet fire. Now, understand what I'm saying here. Flood the earth with violet fire. So you're not asking to just evoke the violet fire. You're saying flood the earth with violet fire. And let me say what that means. It means it has to now go around the whole planet. You're just one person, one woman, one guy, all right? One man. Flood the earth. So you're asking the power of the spoken word, use the godlike energy that's coming into your head to flood the earth now, bringing forth what you just said, what your words are saying. This is what I want y'all to understand. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're saying. Let's get 1 million people to get down with this. Is it going to happen? Through the grace of God, it will happen. Are we going to do it? Through the grace of God, we'll do it. Flood the earth with violet fire. In the name of the great I am, I call for the light of 1,000 suns from the great central sun, angels of violet fire, beloved Saint Germain, beloved Zadkiel, and holy amethyst, Omri Tas, ruler of the violet planet. In the name of God, I am that I am. Saturate the earth in all her evolutions with limitless waves of violet fire. I call for the action of the violet transmuting flame and the action of the will of God to manifest on earth now and forever in an ever-increasing spiral of divine perfection. I call for all the discord and activities on the earth that are not reflecting the highest light of God's holy purpose be miraculously swept and transformed by the power of the violet flame into divine love and harmony for the resurrection, the restoration of the earth and her people into their original blueprint of perfection that was originally intended. Violet flame, oh violet flame. In the name of God, flood the earth, her people, and all kingdoms with oceans and oceans of violet fire until every particle of life is restored to divine perfection. May peace and love be spread throughout the earth. May the earth abide in the aura of perfect love. May the earth abide in the aura of peace, love, and freedom. I give thanks that it is done now according to God's holy will. And so be it, beloved I am. These are some of the things we'll be saying every day in the morning for those who want to join our daily practices. Prayer for divine love. In the name of my beloved, I am present. I'm gonna hold up 1 second because I used to not want to say this prayer. Why would I not ask for divine love? With all my craziness and so forth and so on that I've been, expressing throughout the year, why would I not want divine love when I had gone into that state? I've never had, there's nothing I ever experienced that was more powerful than that state of divine love that I had experienced, that God gave me. Why? And Napoleon Hill said something that will speak to this. He says, no one can explain humanity's indifference to their own self. Let's get down there. Prayer for divine love. In the name of the beloved, I am present. I call the power of divine love to be magnified within my heart and world daily. I am love, joyous love, radiating love, unconditional love. God consumes my shadows, transmuting them into love. This day I am a focus of divine love, flowing through every cell of my being, I am a living stream of pure divine love that can never be requalified by fear, anger, hatred, dislike, and greed. All negative thoughts and feelings are now dissolved and consumed by the power of divine love, which I am. I am, I am, I am love. I love in the consciousness of love. I am love in its fullest expression, blessing all mankind with divine love. I radiate love. I am love in action, blessing, uplifting, and healing all on earth. Ascension's affirmation. I am the fountain of youth and eternal purity. I am the fullness of my Christ victory. I am the one with the heart of God. I am the purity of love. I am the purity of the resurrection flame. I am the purity of the healing flame. I am the purity of the ascension flame. I am the purity of all my desires. I am the purity of all my thoughts and feelings. I am the purity of my intentions. I am the purity of all chakras. I am the purity of love in physical form. I am God in action in all I do. I am the fulfillment of my ascension in the light. I claim my freedom and victory in the light now. I claim my freedom and victory in the light now. I claim my freedom and victory in the light now. Invocation to the sun. Mother, Father, light of our solar system. Helios Investor, Helios Investor, Helios Investor. Let your golden light flow within every part of my being. Let your golden light expand with my sacred heart. Let your golden light spread throughout the earth. Let the earth ascend into her glorious destiny. And let me ascend into my glorious ascension. And let me ascend into my glorious ascension. And let me ascend into my glorious ascension. I now accept my abundance. So what you're saying to the universe, so don't block it. I now accept all that God wants to give me. And check this, y'all. I just check it. If you're in school, right, just regular school that's basically designed to program your mind. When they see you doing right, they give you a shot. If you're an A student, they give you more credibility than they would give somebody that's an F student, or a D, or a C, or even a B. I experienced it, but probably everyone here experienced that. What is it going to be like when you are a student here in the school of consciousness, in the school, the only school in this solar system? There is no other planet in this solar system that teaches you how to be God conscious. They don't have all the ascended masters on these other worlds that's in this solar system. This is the only school, y'all. This is the school that you become God conscious. And you saying prayers like this, you saying decrees, you saying you meditating every day, you're chanting to God love out of your heart. And I gotta tell you, the chants that we be doing in the morning is crack-a-lacking. I mean, I need to tell you something right now. We used to do these sometimes in the ashram. When I was living in my guru's ashram, there was like a heavenly world, right? We would do chants for 2 weeks straight, nonstop, 24 hours a day, all day long like that, right? One day, Lord Krishna came to our chant. And he was disguised as a drummer, right? And there was this guy who was a famous drummer in Bombay. I'm not gonna say his name. He was a famous drummer. He didn't like me. Number one, I was black and I had money, which changes the game in India because let's not go into that, but changed the game. And he wanted to stop me from chanting. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. This is my guru's ashram. This is not your ashram. You don't control things here. And he was like, want to turn people against me. And like, you don't stop, I'm gonna leave. I'm like, you need to get out. And he did. The moment he walked out, I saw this person. Right, it was right through the window. He marched right in. He came up to the drums. Nobody said nothing to him. Nobody said you could do it, nothing like that. He just walked in, came up to the drums, sat down, started tuning the drum. You know, the madongs, you know, you like this. You hit them from both sides like that. He got his little tools. He started tightening up a little bit here, there, and then he hit it. Now, sitting right next to me was the most virtuous man I ever knew in this life outside of Siddha beings and godlike beings, right, that I met. Never met another guy like this. His name was Bhima. That was the spiritual name that the guru gave him, right? He was so virtuous. I mean, I never met a man like him since then. Anyway, he was also a drummer, but we were sitting down chanting. This chant was going on for a couple of weeks, right? And this guy just hit it like this, boom, hit the drums. And we looked at each other. All he was doing was hitting it to hear the tune. Did he get it right? And then he started drumming. Oh my God. No human being could do what was done there. And then we realized this is God playing that drum. It was like we were on a roller coaster of the name of God with love. It was like we went slow, then we went fast. And it was like, I never experienced nothing like this in my life. And I thought, this is God. This is not a human being here. A human being couldn't do that. This is how deep the words of God are, y'all. This is how deep they are. And believe me, it's not just to get your ascension, it's to get your physical body in shape, it's to get your money right. Oh, I'm going to read what Saint Germain says about how you get your money after I finish these next couple of prayers. I'm going to read, in fact, this is the last one. I'm going to read what he says of how you get that money coming to you. Now, you got, I really think Napoleon Hill read some of this information or took some of this information from Saint Germain, right? Because they were in the same town at the same time, all right? And Napoleon Hill was out for 20 years gathering information on how you become wealthy. And what Saint Germain is saying got a few more secrets than what Napoleon Hill put down in his Think and Grow Rich book. So let me just get down here. And most all these prayers that I have sent out now, that we've been reading now, is more like my older version of it. I put a little bit more spice in some of them. All right. But you'll see when you'll come to the class. In the name of the beloved, I am present. And my beloved, holy Christ self, I call to the Lord of manifestation, angels of prosperity, Fortuna, goddess of supply and Lord of gold, to assist me now in mastering all outer conditions of my life in God's perfect way, including my true abundance. Charge into my life, and use today all the blessings that are mine to receive. Infuse me with ascended master wisdom and purity, that I may never again experience lack or limitation. Blaze your heart flame through my four body systems and expand without limits a great flow of divine abundance. Saturate me with enough violet flame and emerald healing light to keep my life in perfect balance and harmony. I demand God's invincible protection and wisdom in all my financial endeavors. I demand become a magnet of attracting, drawing to me the wealth that I require to fulfill my divine plan on earth, to make my ascension, and to assist my fellow man to do likewise. I give thanks that it is done according to God's holy will. I accept my abundance now with love and gratitude. Almighty I am. Almighty I am. Almighty I am. We got the decrees for every aspect of our life, the life of others, our family, and all like that. And we got protection decrees that work. Oh man, how they work. Imagine if this is how you're running your life. You decide, I'm gonna live on the four legs of life. My spiritual life, the foundation of your being. My physical life, where that foundation exists in. My financial life, that makes everything move smooth and flows wonderfully, like gas inside a car. Imagine a car that got no gas. Imagine a Rolls Royce that has no gas. It would just simply, all you could do is look at it, and over time, even though it moves nowhere, it will deteriorate. And then the fourth leg of life, that leg of life that you show love to family and friends, right? We often don't think about how we have to nurture our family and friends with love and light. I don't want to say nothing negative about myself, but I know I need to, put more energy in that. They are friends of mine who I don't call all the time, and I love them. They're my friends. You know, Many of our friends we love more than we love family members. We have a greater relationship with our friends than we do with some of our family members. But then there's your family too, the friends that God gave you in life, that grew up with you, that love you, right? We have to nurture that. These are the four legs, y'all. These are the four legs that give rasa, that gives nectar to our life. And if we neglect any one of these four legs that we exist on, your spiritual life, your physical life, your financial life, and your life with family and friends, if we neglect any one of them at any given moment, We can fall. Like a table that has 4 legs, but one is broken or not there at all. The table can still stand, but any tragedy that comes in your life, it can fall. Even that life with family and friends is because family and friends are the ones that help you move life along. They're the ones that are there to tell you you went wrong or you're doing good. They're the ones that will introduce you to other people that will help you move your life along in all these different ways, whether it's spiritual, physical, financial. They're the ones, right? Your family and your friends. These are things we got to look out for. But within these decrees and within these citadels of knowledge that exist inside these books, we can live a life whatever we want, whatever we want. There was a time I was making just all kind of money, right? But what I really wanted more than anything was to meet a spiritual master, to travel to South America or Africa or India like this. And I never gave up that thought. Once the time, once that opportunity came to me, I left all that money to go live in a jungle. It was like, when I got there, found out it was like being in heaven. And it wasn't all the time I was feeling really, really good because in these environments, your ego is burning. It's burning out. What you're learning from the master, you're living in his house, right? What you're learning is this ain't flying here. Your anger, you got to give it up on it. But the guru does not kick you out because of your anger. He just keeps showing you that love and just keeps showing you the way and just keeps guiding you. And imagine this. Imagine having someone like Lord Jesus the Christ that you could go to and say, Lord, now I'm having problems like this. Can you tell me what to do? Or this I'm having a problem with, or that I'm having a problem with. And you could just walk up to him and talk to him. Imagine being in a place like that. And they give you divine knowledge through their mouth, through their words, like that. Imagine living like that. This can be done. This can be done. This can be done. And I'm gonna tell you, if you go that far, there's gonna come a time where I'll be doing these through the grace of God, through the will of God, if God is willing. We'll be visiting these ashrams in India, Africa, and South America. I want to go down to the Andes. There's this place down there, very super high powerful. I showed you the book a minute ago, The Secret of the Andes. There's a retreat down there, but it's not like you can get in. These retreats that I'm talking about are different from the ashram. The ashrams are like uh, what you would call like places where you can go and tune yourself to be worthy to get into these retreats. Once you enter these retreats, you come out to Christ. And they're not, you can't get in because you find it. If you do find it, it was destined for you to find it. They're not something where the doors are open and you just come in and they're hidden, they're secret. You will not make it on your own. You will not make it like that unless they are drawing you to them. There's one in Peru, but there are many all over the country, right? And we're going to be having retreats to some of these places, so you can see for yourself, especially the ashrams, that there are abundance, and especially if we can stop what's coming, if we can stop the war and countries attacking this country, because this country has made itself the enemy of many other countries, because the sinister forces have taken over a country that was going to be the light of the world. America, we still got the whole 3 continents of America still. It's all north, south, and central. But they took over the United States. And we see this now. We see all the work of the sinister forces. They're saying we got them in our grip so strong. We're going to have everything that the Bible says don't do. We're going to have them doing. And we're going to put it in their face right on the screen. But we can change that through the power of the spoken word, which we have. All right? I want to go through some of these powerful books that's before me right now and just read some excerpts out of them that I had, the whole book all of these books is just so super duper high power. But then I just took out some of the things that was so, this is what I do. I'll read the book, right? And Although it's every, I mean, it's just the bomb jammy, right? I'll take it, and I'll take one of the secrets and just. I guess there's too much light there. You can't. Yeah, there you go. I'll list the page and list the what it said. So for future reference, I go back. I'm like, yeah, this is super high power. So this is the first of the 20 volumes, Unveiled Mysteries, and we're going to begin this study group on Sundays, right, with this book. So anybody interested in that course, right? We're going to just do the first three of these 20 volumes. Unveiled Mysteries, the Magic Presence, which you are, and the I Am Discourse. We're going to do that, and we'll run a study group. And your level of knowledge, and your level of study, and your level of purity, and your knowledge of what you could do to become what you really are, which is your God self. You're not really separated. You're just in a state of mind that you don't want to obey God. You want to do whatever you want to do, which is not how it works. You know, we're going to study that, and you're going to have that information. I want to go back to one thing that I mentioned to you about the science of success that Saint Germain, because when I go to the churches, and I like to go to some churches because they be rocking it. Like there was this church in California called. It was a long time since I've been there. It was over 30 years. Shucks, yeah, like 30, maybe 40 years ago I was there, and I think it was called Glide, and they was really loving God. I mean, they were singing and hymns, and man, they had programs all over the place that their members could go in, and their guy, the preacher who was there, his wife was from Japan, and they were just like, they looked like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful couple, and the church was just magnificent. But nonetheless, I digress. Let me read what Saint Germain says about getting your wealth or accomplishing any goal that you want, any goal, right? He goes, step number one. The first step is to determine upon a definite plan or desire to be fulfilled. In this, see that it is constructive, honorable, and worthy of your time and effort. Be sure to examine your motives for bringing such a creation into expression. It must be honest, both toward yourself and the rest of the world, not merely to follow a whim or gratify appetites of the physical sense. Remember, there is a vast difference between use, desire, and appetite. Use is the use is the fulfillment of the great universal law of service. Desire is the expanding activity of God through which manifestation is constantly sustained and is perfection enlarging itself. Appetite is but habit established by the continued gratification of the feeling nature and is but energy focused and qualified by suggestion from the outer activity of life. Uh, in simple terms, that's like, I want to get a car, but instead of just getting a pretty good car, I want a Rolls Royce. I want a Bentley. And nothing wrong with wanting a Bentley or Rolls Royce. But y'all know what a Bentley and a Rolls Royce will attract you. For the guys, you know clearly what that's going to attract to you. For the ladies, not so much, but y'all got a good idea too. Anyway, be very sure that there is no lurking feeling within that you would be glad to benefit at the expense of another. The real student, and only such a one, will get the benefits out of this kind of training. Take the reins into his own hands and determine to discipline and consciously control the human self. He chooses what shall or shall not be in his world. And through the process of picturing within his mind, design and bring into manifestation a definite, determined plan of life. The second step so the first step is to determine what you want. Determine what you want. Make sure it benefits you and everyone is connected with it, right? It benefits you and everyone connected with what you want to bring into the world, all right? The second step is to state your plan in words as concisely and clearly as possible. Write this down. Thus, you make a record of your desire in the outer, visible, tangible world. I want to comment on that, y'all. I said this before, and I might say this every time we meet. When you think, your thoughts go out into the world, and there's an automatic phenomenon that just steps into being. Atoms are automatically attracted and unite with your thoughts. This is an automatic reality. Now, if your thoughts are coupled with words, now you're talking about a great power that's happening to bring back to you in the form of an act, an object, or an event what you thought and said. Whether you realize what you thought and said or not, this is the process. Hopefully, those things that you thought and say are good and will benefit you and the world or everyone that those thoughts touches, because it will come back to you. But it will not come back to you like you said it. It will go out in single file from your mouth, but it will come back to you in battalions. That's how this works. When you put a plant into the earth, let's say I got a piece of fruit here. I plant this piece of fruit into earth. I'm not going to get back a piece of fruit. I'm going to get back a fruit tree that will keep giving for decades. This is all our thoughts and feelings. All our thoughts. Take an apple and put it into earth and see what happens. That tree will be there long after you die. That tree, or unalived. Excuse me, YouTube. Please don't punish us for this. My lack of understanding. Until you are unalived, and keep giving and keep giving. This is good karma because you're feeding people. All right. Let me not sidetrack. Third step. The third step is to close the eyes and see within your mind a mental picture of your desire or plan in its finished, perfect condition and activity. Contemplate the fact that your ability to create and see a picture within your own consciousness is God's attribute of sight acting in you. The activity of seeing and the power of create are attributes of your God self, which you know and feel is within you at all times. I was talking with brother Mo. We was talking today, and he was saying, at first I couldn't see, what it is I want, but I kept saying in the decrees that I got through this program here that Hank had years ago or months ago, then we talked about these words of power. And he said, then gradually I start being able to see what it is that I want. And he's making money now. He's rocking and rolling and getting ready to rock and roll on a higher level just by using these words. God's life and power are acting within your consciousness to propel into your outer world the picture you are seeing and feeling within yourself. Keep reminding the intellect that the ability to picture is an attribute of God, the attribute of sight, the power to feel, experience, and associate with the perfected picture of God's power, the substance used in the world without to make the form in your picture and plan is God's picture sustained. Then you must know God is the doer, the doing, and the deed of every constructive form and action that has ever been sent forth into the world of manifestation. When you thus use all constructive processes, it is impossible for your plan not to come into your visible world. These words are golden truths. It is impossible. Read your desire. Read your desire or plan over as many times in a day as possible and always just before retiring. Because on going to sleep immediately after contemplating the picture in your mind, a full impression is left upon the human consciousness, undisturbed for a number of hours, enabling it to be recorded deeply in the outer activity and allowing the force to be generated and accumulated, which propels it into the outer expression's life. In this way, you can carry any desire or picture into your consciousness as it enters the great silence in sleep. There it becomes charged by God's greater power of activity, which is always within the heart of the great silence. Under no circumstance discuss either your desire or the fact that you are visualizing with anyone whatsoever. I want to read that again. Keep this secret. Under no circumstance discuss either your desire or the fact that you are visualizing with anyone whatsoever. This is imperative. This is imperative. Do not talk to yourself about it out loud or even in a whisper. For you should realize that the greater the accumulation of energy generated by your visualization, contemplation, and feeling the reality of your picture, the quicker it will come into your outer expression. And I want you to kind of, I'm not going to stop. There's a little more here. We got 15 more minutes. It's like this. As you don't do that, you don't even talk aloud. You can think it. Don't even whisper to yourself, I want $1 million. Don't even whisper to yourself, oh, that beautiful woman, I wanted to be my wife. I've been checking her out for 3 years now. She's the one. Don't even whisper it to yourself. He's dropping what Napoleon Hill didn't drop. All right? It's like, imagine a dam that's being built up and the engine that dam not allowed to let that water go out. And then it just gets so great that it just breaks down the dam and manifests. This is how our desires come to us. This is how our desires come to us. This is how it happens. You build it up, you hold it in, you hold it in, you hold it in, and then it bursts forth into your world, into your reality. Thousands of desires, ambitions, or ideals would have manifested into the outer expression of individuals if they had not discussed them with friends or acquaintances. In other words, you dissipated the energy that would have brought it into your world quickly. When you decide to definitely bring about an experience through conscious, direct visualization, you become the law, God, the law of the one to whom there is no opposite. You must make your own decision and stand back of your own decree with all your power. It means you must take an unshakable, determined stand to do so. Know and feel that it is God designed, God feeling, God knowing, God manifesting, and God controlling everything concerning it. This is the law of the one God and God only. Until this is fully understood, you cannot and never will ever get your manifestation. For the moment a human element enters, you are taking it out of God's hands. And of course, it cannot express because you are neutralizing it by the human qualities of a time, space, place, and 1,001 other imaginary conditions which God does not recognize. There's more here going on. And this is the thing that I discussed in the School of Higher Consciousness when we're working on bringing your reality into existence. If you use the science, it must manifest. It's just that simple. It is the law. And if my son asked me, because I was telling him some information about the creeds, he's becoming a film maker, which is sort of like royalty in America, right? You make a lot of money, become famous, everybody knows you, you the man, you the woman, right? And he says to me, Dad, why aren't they manifesting, like you telling me? I said, how are you living? What are you doing? You still smoking reefer? You still hanging and banging with, his girlfriend is one of the top models on planet Earth. You still using that glorious energy that's so powerful it can bring about a human being to have fun with? You still doing that? Is every word that come out your mouth, is it the truth? I mean, is every little single solitary word, is it the truth? Do you tell little lies? Do you brag? Do you have self-pity? How are you living? Because if you're living right, everything will go right. And the science that you've been taught while you were literally in the womb, what you want should have manifested long ago. So that it hasn't tells me that you're not doing certain things. When I work with people and bringing about their desires and accomplishing what it is they want, of course, although I was making millions of dollars, I wanted to be with a guru. I wanted to be with a God man. And when that time came, I made the decision. I'm off, right? Um, but I was saying this every day, all day. I thought it only, mostly. If I made $1, it was $1 in my mind. That's going to get me closer to the God man. That's going to get me to the magician. That's going to get me to the guru. That's going to get me to the one that's going to teach me all the super secret knowledge, magic, and this, that, and the other. And it did. All right. And so I said to him, I helped you write up a decree for your success. All you had to do is repeat it 12 times a day, but you could have repeated it 200 times a day to more quickly bring it into existence. And 200 times, and you could do that in an hour. This is a powerful decree. It starts out with powerful decrees. I am the resurrection and the life of my limitless supply of every good thing, including becoming an international producer and filmmaker. How often do you say that? I mean, you don't even have to be doing good. You just got to keep saying. You could be doing wickedness and keep saying it's still going to work. It'll work faster if you're just being, the best you are. And this is not a bad kid. This is somebody he's no longer a kid. He's a young man, but this is somebody who's good natured and good at heart. Right? He's good at heart. And I'm saying, so what is it is it reefer alone? Because that's the only thing I see him doing that, I know holds you back. And everybody who smokes reefer, that you forget about what you're trying to do. In fact, you're kind of chilly. And if anybody come in your environment and they bring in static, you be like, yo, got to take that out of here. You're messing up. You're blowing my high, right? But my guru said to us, coming from America in the 70s, he said, if marijuana was good for you, I'd be selling it in the bookstore. And then he told us what it does. It heats up your mind. And now the reefer that they got that they're selling out there, it has elements in it that destroys your brain cells. Ain't like the high-powered reefer we had back in the days, the Acapulco Gold and the Panamanian Red and the black and the this and the that. No. None of that good stuff that have you thinking about God and all like that. No. That's why they made it legal. So they could finish doing to us what they want done to us. Making us sick, making us stupid, making us slow down. It take us 16 times to accomplish the least little thing. Forget about the big thing. Decades will be wasted by the time, in the time that we're just chilling like a villain. Soon my website will be up and the School of Higher Consciousness will be fully designed. I'm working with Tony Robbins. He got this magnificent program. It's crack like, and I've never seen anybody give this much. He got $9 billion now. So when he made this last program called The Game Has Changed, he lost his mind. He giving out. I mean, I've been going through his stuff every day, and I have not touched 1/10 of it. He just gave us everything you could possibly use to make what it is that you want manifest in the physical realm. And I like to be perfect, but perfection is a hindrance to accomplishment. Just do what's good, do what you got, and then keep perfecting as you go along. Make it better and better as you go along, because perfection is a dream in the future somewhere. Michael Jackson made such beautiful music, but when he went to do his last fulfilling his contract with Sony, he made some of his other music over again. We saw it in This Is It, This Is It album, and it was better, yeah, but it was good in the beginning. It was already the bomb, right? So we got many sciences. One of the sciences we got, like I used to think, man, here I am in this situation, and maybe my children can accomplish what it is I want more than anything, which is become a God man. Maybe I can infuse within them. But by being on a path, I was already putting into my DNA, into my spermatozoa, this feeling and this desire to want to be the God man. This is passed on. So I got a course called Divine Conception, which is a 3-generational process. But this is a particular niche, right? But the 4 legs of life still come out of that niche, right? The 4 legs of life, your spiritual life, physical life, your financial life, and your life with the family that you actually created, which is your greatest life. I want to tell you how important wealth is, right? Here it is. Let's say somebody comes to you and say, look, I'm going to offer you $1 billion, but you'll never see your daughter or your son or even some friends. You'll never see them again. They're going to be good and nothing going to happen. They're going to live their life, but you will never see them again. Most of you would not take that. And if you do, there's something wrong with you. I'm going to tell you that straight up. If you choose money of your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, or any loved ones, something's wrong. And most people will say, especially a child, most people say, of course not. So where does that put, the 4th leg of life, family and friends? Where does that put that? As far as something that exists, it's the first wealth that you have. Your family and friends is the first wealth that you have, because let's say you get material wealth. Who do you want to share it with? It has no real value if you alone have it. It has no real value. It's something that you have to enjoy life with family and friends. This is deep, isn't it? It's deep to find out that your greatest wealth is your family and friends that you love. And then if that love grows, and because you have so much that you can have with this knowledge, definitely, right? Because you have so much, you now want to give it to the world. And there's many people who did that. Andrew Carnegie did it by hiring a Napoleon Hill. When somebody like Jesus comes along, and there's been a Sheikh Ahmadou Baba, a Simeon Togo, they were in Africa. They were Christmen in Africa. There's those in India. There's some in South America, right? When they come, they're giving and they're changing the whole world just because they exist. The vibration that's going out of their brain, this tornado of energy it's changing everything. But remember this, you have the power and ability, but the choice is yours to say, you know what? I might be a little God man or woman, but I'm going to put out that energy, which is still a tornado of energy. And keep this in mind as you doubt yourself, right? Because we're just so good at doubting ourselves, right? Before you made it to the egg, there was 500 million other spermatozoa trying to get to that egg. So as you begin life, just so you're real clear about what's jumping off here in this player consciousness, as you begin life, you are 1 in 500 million. There is nothing you cannot do if you set your mind and tongue to it. And then your deeds. You need to gather knowledge, you need to gather that to set you on your way. You do not need to have the amount of knowledge that they steal our time with in some of these schools that we're in there studying knowledge that's not skilled knowledge, worthless knowledge that you will never, ever use again. Keep that in mind. We got 2 minutes. And I would love if, the listening audience would just ask questions. If there are questions you want to ask, write them down while the thing is going. We could stop 15 or 20 minutes earlier. I might be able to answer them. I'd love to if I can. And if I can't, I can lead you to some place where you may be able to find out the answer to these powerful questions, no matter what they may be. Some I know, some I know that somebody else knows. So this way it's more interactive and more involved, because everybody here wants something. Everybody that's listening to this podcast wants something. And if you're doing something for the world, like what we're talking about, saying mantras and decrees to benefit the world and to turn the world around, to stop what's coming that we can all see, right? Believe me, God will bless you like nobody's business. And the gods will know you. The gods will know you. You will take this to the butter. No bread. You will take it to the ghee. You will crush the game with love and positivity and the accomplishment of your goals. We got 1 minute, Hank, Uncle Hanky. We got 1 minute. We need to be like the eagle. We need to get down, y'all. We need to get down. This is the time. We have the power. How do we take actionable steps to cultivate a connection with the divine? All right, let me be real clear. You have never been separated from the divine. The energy that is the divine is you. The way you take actionable steps, you can come and join this class. You can call, you can ask for these degrees that I got. They're coming out free. You can join the class that I got. That's $99.99 for the first 6 months. Moving past that, it's free. You can get involved with the study group on Sundays. That's free, right? And you can just start putting it out there, start praying, start decreeing, start chanting powerful chants. We have a chant in this group that in the morning it will accomplish anything. Facing yellow on a wool cloth, a yellow wool cloth facing west will bring you wealth. Facing east will attract anybody to you. Facing north on a white wool cloth will bring everything to you. Facing south on a black cloth, you can exercise the evil spirit. Or the demons. This chant is called the Guru Gita. In other words, the Guru Gita is the song to your mighty I am presence, your guru within. These are just some of the ways. You can join this group. I'll give you everything for free that I'm telling you about now. And the only reason I'm charging this $99.99 is not for the information. It's just for my time and for you to have a commitment in it. That's it. That's how you can start beginning. And if you can't do that, just ask for guidance. Say, God, please help me. Please help me. Show me the way to get to you. We got a chant that we do in the morning. It was like a hippie chant from back in the days. My Sweet Lord by George Harris. We end off our chants with that. I really want to see you. I really want to know you. I really want to be with you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord. Oh, God, we moved the chant we be doing. Oh, let me tell you, if you'll come to experience this, attuning yourself with God, you're going to be like, oh, man, this brother done went off. And then when we get to doing our Ethiopian classes, you are going to have the power of God, which you already have, but you're going to make a connection. The reason why I didn't teach before, because I couldn't give what my guru gave. I wasn't up there. But with the Ethiopians, I can at least introduce you to connecting with your God self. So this is just a beginning. Join the class. You know, that's a way to just take a first step, or just pray to God. Ask them to show you. Ask God. Do we got any more questions, Uncle Hank? Queen of Cringe. Most important question, how are you living? My brother or sister? No, this is my sister. This is my sister right here. My sister, I'm telling you, I'm struggling to get to God. I'm trying to get rid of all my wickedness. I'm just trying. And let me tell you how I'm trying to do it, right? I get up, I'm doing 3 hours of work in the morning, right? But whenever I see myself go wrong, like let's say I curse, then I'll say the mantra 11 times. I'll say, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. If I say a curse word, that's what I do, just to try to get back. You know, she got such a beautiful smile. This sister already joined the class. She's in there ready. All right. I'm trying every day. And God sees our action. God sees our actions, and He's gracing us with more grace. He's giving us more power and more to get closer to Him, because that's what our Trinity wants. Our Trinity has lost a leg, so to speak. We are the feeling aspect of the Trinity. We are that God of the Trinity, the feeling aspect of the Trinity. That's what we are. So I'm trying to get down with the get down. I want to take it to the butter, no bread. I'm taking it to the ghee. That's how I am living. That's what I'm getting. That's where I'm at. I'm getting down with the get down, y'all. And I'm not playing, because I know when you mess up, I can tell you for sure, I pray there's a heaven. I know without a doubt there's a hell. And you don't want to go there. What's the info for the class? Send me your, oh, it's not down there. Uncle Hank, can you, there we go. This is Elizabeth Hardknott. Elizabeth, you want these. If you can't join the class with us in the morning because you work or whatever the situation is, there is, you just send me your name, your phone number, and your email, and I'm gonna send you all the information. If you can join the class with us. I'm trying to find out what time, because some people are working, some people are living on their pension, they don't have to go to work. What time will suit the vast majority of people so we could start? Could we start at 5 in the morning? Could we start at 6 in the morning? I do 3 hours. That might be too much for everybody. I can chop it down to 2, maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes. But however I can accommodate y'all to just get in there and want to rock and roll, that's what we're going to do. So this information, here it is. This is my email, lselassie2@gmail. And my phone number, you can call me. I'm going to pick up. And we'll work it out. Let's say you don't have the money to just pay for this thing. I'll show you how to get it, or I'll have a task for you to do, to be with the group. Because it ain't about Gapper, y'all. It's about getting down with the get down. It's about going for God. All right. What's the info for the class? So I just told you that. That's my number. And please call me back so that I know that it went through, because the internet and all this stuff, they don't always do the same thing. So just call me back. That's a cash app for the donation. And if you can't afford the donation, call me. We figure it out. Right here. There's a phone number. There's the email, the Selassie. What's the info for the class? Okay, we just answered that question. All right. For moving forward, for those who come and join the class, have your questions ready. Have some questions. Uncle Hank will put them in there. And for meditation, I am affirmation. And bam. And there's the prayers. I am decrees, the chanting, powerful chants. And meditation, you start your day out like that every day, and you are winning every day. You have already won the game. Matter of fact, you have won the game of life. You set it up. Just don't let other stuff come in as you move along for the next day. You have won the game. You have won it. But the stuff that we'd be doing in the morning, you're taking it to the butter. No bread. I am emails for morning meditation, and I am affirmations. So it's not going to be this Sunday. Next Sunday, we're going to be starting with, it's just open up for everybody. And we're going to start with the Magic Presence. No, Unveil Mystery, study group. All of this is free, y'all. Now, like I said, the School of Higher Consciousness, there are many courses. And, there's a price to them. But you will get 10 times more than what you're paying for. And it's super duper powerful. Super duper powerful. I got charts here to watch your progress as we do whatever we're doing. I'm looking for one of my charts. Matter of fact, there's one of the charts right over here. In the success class that we got in the School of Higher Consciousness, what we do is we have charts. Now, this is boxes for a month. These are the things that you're supposed to do. This is where you check them off. I did it. I didn't do it. The chart in itself has magic. I just want you all to kind of get a view of that. That's a month worth of action. And you pay yourself for these actions. That's something I'll explain if you're interested in. And it's for doing anything you want to do. And what you have is the community and your coach, will be myself, to help you go to that, to let you know the reason why you did that, because you was afraid. You did that because you was afraid. You sabotaged that because you was afraid of your own greatness, your own. And then some people will attain what they want and then sabotage it. So one of the most powerful things we will be doing is subconscious programming. Subconscious programming, and we have decrees that your what I call the decree goal. So this is the thing that you're saying every day to get what you want. And when you really want it, you're going to go more than 12 times a day. I have the alarm on my clock set for 12, every hour for 12 hours from when I wake up after the practices for 12 hours. But within the day, I may do it 200 or 300 times, and it works. It works like nobody's business. It just works. This is a science. This is a science to get what you want. So there's many other classes than just what we're doing in the morning. But that's some power. That's real power, y'all. So for next week, you know, have questions. Bring some questions. If I can answer them, I'd love to. And if I can't, like I said, I probably know somebody that can, or know somebody that knows somebody. You know, I'll ask them for you. Or I'll send you to that information. You can get it. But at this point in life, we need to move our lives forward. And while we move our life forward, grateful to Baba Lalji. Oh, that's my sister right there. That's Kelly. Yes. I'm looking forward to us getting together. I just want to try and get a few people more in the class so that we can just start chanting and singing to the world. I got a decree to stop war. If we got 1 million people that could say that decree on a daily basis, war will cease on planet Earth. That I know for sure. Shoot, as a matter of fact, we can do a yagna where we literally give, where we literally thank you for your love, my sister. You know, Linda. You know, thank you for your love. Why you got a black heart? I hope your heart becomes, you know, purest and pink with love. Anyway, thank you for your love. And we can do a yagna to save the earth. I did this once before. I did a yagna, so I don't know, maybe 40 years ago, about 40 years ago, for the upliftment of the black man on planet Earth. We can, and this is where we literally taking it to the ghee and worshiping the gods. This yagna is a fire ceremony. We did this in the Hindu temple of North America, and this was like 40 years ago. We can do that. We can begin doing those type of things now. I mean, I hire the Brahmins. I'll get all of the food. We'll feed people for free. These are powerful events. We can begin doing this. In fact, we will begin to do these type of things, as well as have these powerful uh, um, uh, journeys to India and Africa and South America, meeting great men and women, or godlike men and women, you know, and have an opportunity to learn from them, sit with them, get their blessings, and empower ourselves. So, black love, it's wonderful. Linda rhyme me, black love. You know, add some more love in there too. Yeah, even those who are enemies. You know, add love to everybody. You know, you only benefit from it. You're in the show. Everyone can sing. Yes, yeah. I am affirmations. Yeah, for every aspect of our life, we got decrees, powerful decrees. And of course, we got prayers. But for every aspect, whatever it is you want, understand right about now, you can get it. You put out the energy, you can get it. Hank and I have been talking. Uncle Hank and we're talking about getting in shape. You know, I told the fat boy goodbye, but he came back. He loved me. He just keep coming back to me, the fat boy, and just get all around my waist and stuff. Just say, hey, Lau, how you doing? You know, Baba Lau, how you doing? Can we hang out? I love Fat Boy, I do, but he gotta go. I'm gonna put him to rest. And so we even gonna be doing some exercises and some diet formulas. We got the Y powder. I've been telling you about the Y power. The Y power is next level, y'all. The Y power is something else. It's so deep, we don't even want to talk too much about it, you know. And the brother who invented it has absolute anonymity because he don't want to follow the same path as Dr. Sabi or Max Gershon. There it is, right there, y'all. There it is, right there. It is thebomb.com. Whatever is ailing you, here's a remedy. Yeah. There's a power piece right there. Yeah. And I am affirmations. Yeah. So if there's any more questions, but next week maybe we get more questions, you know, and we can keep this interactive and you know, alive. lselassie2@gmail.com. Yeah.
Okay, bro. I guess we can wrap it up.
We can wrap it up, my brother.
Yeah. I want to thank everyone for participating. Thank you, Brother Lalji, for your message. Because many people don't really understand the magic of saying I am. They really don't understand. They think it's just an English word, oh, I am. They really don't understand. It's like opening the windows of the cosmos into your reality and hitting it with high voltage. So I'm glad that you're doing this, because we got to get the film off people's minds so that the chains can be broken from their behinds.
The saints are saying, anytime you utter I am, be careful what you say after it, because you are calling in the force of the universe to where you stand and will follow through with whatever comes after I am. In this first volume, no, it's in volume 3. The Saint Germain says, don't think that you could say I am broke, I am this, I am that, in some hocus pocus way. It won't manifest. You must be careful about every word that comes out of your mouth. You got the power of a tornado behind it. I am is the will, the power, the source, the activity of God in action. So be careful with your words. If there's anything that you learn from what we're doing today, understand, do not use words, haphazardly or without thought. It is your power. And the more silent you are, the more power are in your words, and the more people will listen to you.
And this is not a recent invention, family. There's been people that saying that I am is only like 2,000 years old.
Nonsense.
I am is beyond Atlantis. It's literally Alpha and Omega. The ancient Atlantean Egyptian language, I am power was Nuk Shekem. I am light, Nuk Ku. And in India, you ask Lalji, what do they say in India as far as I am?
Om. That's I am in Sanskrit. Om. Om means I am. And bust this, y'all. That's the sound that the sun makes. See all these planets going around?
Oh, yeah.
That's the sound. That's the sound of this solar system. Om. I am.
Yeah. Yeah. So, see y'all next week. And thanks again, Lalji. See you next week.
Sadhguru Nam Maharaj Jai, my brother. Thank you for letting me do what little I can.
Say often, yes, I am. Supreme shield of protection surrounding me. Yes, I am. Yes, I am remembering all I was born to do. Yes, I am. Take hold of your crystal, which will magnify your I am affirmations at least 600%. If you don't have a pistol, you better have a crystal.